Well, good evening. I'm just talking to you two lovely people right now. Good evening. This is going to be my playthrough of Bloodborne, where I'm going to let my friends and chat decide pretty much everything. Not my build, because I'm not that good of a player, but a lot of other things. Y'all do have the power. So, want to go get to this point?
Oh, yeah. Pale blood. Well, you've come to the right place. Yharnam is the home of blood ministration. You need only unravel its mystery. But where's an outsider like yourself to begin? Easy, with a bit of Yharnam blood of your own. But first, you'll need a contract.
Also, this is going to be. I'm getting an echo. Hello? Okay, it's gone. So, this is also going to. Nope, still there. I don't know why, but it is still there.
I'm not really hearing it through stream.
Okay. So, this is also going to be a bit of a, in my opinion, lore run. How I pretty much view the story. Damn, I just overwrote my save character. Oh well, it is fine.
Oh, you know what, Vam? I lied. I didn't realize what I was hearing. Yeah, it's in the stream, but it's not in Discord.
Okay, is it still there? Because I don't hear it anymore.
Blood, what it do? Yeah, I'm kind of hearing it, man. It just sounds like you got a two-layered voice.
Yeah, it's still there.
Try turning it on and off again. By that, I mean maybe unplug your headset? Maybe?
Is it still there? I don't think I hear it anymore.
Either. Sounds good to me, hombre. What do you think about their curly toes?
I still hear it. Oh, sorry, I was waiting for String to catch up.
Yeah, that's me. There's a good it's a good 20-second delay or so.
Your mic. Is your mic on?
In fact, I completely disabled all of my mics.
I don't know. That's very strange.
Blood Raven, that is actually incredibly accurate. Acid vulnerability. Yes, sir.
Are we talking about your bald head?
Nah, being allergic to everything.
Oh, so just your real life.
Yeah. Well, he was just saying, my profession requires me to have fire resistance. Too bad I'm vulnerable to acid.
Okay, maybe that fixed it? Question mark? No, I can still faintly hear it.
I'm waiting for stream to catch up.
I don't know where it's at though. No, that's muted. There.
I have no idea.
Ah, you're catching the FBI's surveillance.
Yeah,
of me.
right.
The surveillance guy, he was messing up the stream. Could you please tap out for a minute? God.
So, anyways, until I have a revelation on what actually is going on here, we're just gonna roll with it, and I'll try to figure it out later.
I would like to have a discussion with your character there. That is not how you wear suspenders, sir.
Yes, it is.
Like, what is the point?
So, a little bit of starting lore here. We are a outsider, and we came to Yarnum seeking something. Something about pale blood. And you think no? Okay. And so this nice, creepy old man decided to, well, if we want to learn more about blood, we need a little bit of Yarnum blood of our own. Went, got character made. I'm just pretty much sticking with default because it's not terrible. And
Good. All signed and sealed. Now, let's begin the transfusion. Oh, don't you worry. Whatever happens, you may think it all a mere bad dream.
Why does Captain Barbosa have his eyes covered?
it's a Yarnum thing.
Oh, okay. Bad puppy. Now that's appropriate for Spooktober.
Ah, you found yourself a hunter.
So that all happened.
Yeah.
So, here's my theory about kind of what the hell just went on there. So after we get injected with some Yarnum blood, we go into a dream. And that creature that we saw very slowly walking up to us, covered in blood, is the beast inside you that comes out with the use of blood. But something drove it back, and like with all beasts, with fire. And then we saw those adorable little creatures start crawling on us. We'll find out about them in a little bit, but it's pretty safe to say they are the ones that drove the beast back, because he did not have good fire resistance.
Yeah.
And we find a note. Handwritten scrawl. Seek pale blood to transcend the hunt. Not a lot to go on, but it's a start. Also, your character is the slowest person at opening doors. Just. And here they are again. Which give you nice little hints.
If there were critters on the other side of the door, you might open it slow too.
And now we have our first beast.
Oh. Chat mode activated.
Damn, missed my hit.
Pull this off, I'm catching a Pikachu.
So, a bit of a mechanic about Bloodborne. As you notice, one, you run out of stamina. And you need to keep an eye on that, like I did not. Second, there's a mechanic called Route, where if you get hit and you go back in there and start attacking again, you'll start recovering some health. This is pretty much to encourage players to be aggressive.
Bad.
Oh shit. Baby, can you go plug in a controller on my PlayStation and keep it going?
Oh.
Because I'm DCing. So I'm most likely dead at this point. I feel like that's a good, very safe assumption.
Well, now I don't feel bad because I've been seeing issues with connectivity here recently myself.
Oh, am I good? Oh, that was very nice to wait on. I'm fine. There we go. It wouldn't be a Swamp Mage's stream if there wasn't technical issues. Just how we roll. Just how we roll. So, I died. Needless to say.
Needless to say.
And pretty much the cutscene that you missed was your hunter waking up and finding himself here. See the nice little abandoned doll. The messengers offer you a trick weapon. Choose one. The trick weapons are wielded with the right hand and employed in beast hunting. So, for my chat, until I get my first insight, that's how long you'll have to decide what weapon I am going to be using for the whole playthrough. For the time being, I'm just going to pick the Saw Cleaver. Just because it's a very nicely balanced weapon. If y'all love me, y'all would let me keep the Saw Cleaver for the rest of it, but I know that's not going to happen. Y'all do not get a choice in my firearm. Sorry. It's Hunter Pistol and that's it. What is going on with the internet?
Yeah.
Well, I know the internet's been kind of jank, like, most of the day. And you cannot go through here. Some gravestones. Come on. Come on, internet. Stop being silly on me.
For me personally, it's been dropping for like 10 seconds
Yeah,
every
it's
couple
just...
hours. So
Yeah, just nice little white orchids. This building's closed. Got a lot of graveyard or gravestone tombstones. There it is. That's the proper word for it. Have more notes, another gate, more tombstones, headstones. And now we get to reawaken. Alright, Blood's voting rifle spear. Fala, what is your choice? And now we're back. There's a lot more messengers who are pretty much telling you, okay, now this is how the game actually works.
yeah.
And you'll notice that this thing's eyes is glowing now. That means he has my blood echoes. Which the way you get those back is by defeating him.
Give me my Fruit Loops.
Got some blood vials. Some more blood vials, which... So, just kind of go over everything we got real quick. A hunter's mark. Dangling upside down rune etched into one's mind. Symbol of a hunter. By focusing one's thoughts on this rune, a hunter loses all blood echoes, but awakens afresh, as if it were all just a bad dream. And the notebook. Messengers are inhabitants of the dream who revere the brave hunters, use them to send messages to other worlds. Saw Cleaver, one of the trick weapons of the workshop, commonly used in the hunting business. This saw, effective at drawing the blood of beasts, transforms into a long cleaver that makes use of y'all know that word, force. The saw, with its set of bloodletting teeth, has become a symbol of the hunt, and only grows in effectiveness the more grotesquely transformed the beast. Yeah, that word. Pistol made at the workshop for a hunter stalking beast. Hunter's firearms are specially crafted to employ quicksilver bullets, fused with the wielder's own blood, boosting damage against beasts. The pistol is a quicker draw than the blunderbuss, allowing for speedier responses to attack. Black Hood. Hood worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beast. Perhaps its wearer had to stay out of sight and travel by cover of darkness. Without memory, who will ever know? Clothing worn upon awakening to the nightmare of blood and beast. Not typical clothing of Yarn. Perhaps it is of foreign origin. It is said, after all, the traveler came to Yarn from afar. Bandages worn upon waking to the nightmare of blood and beast. Terribly worn and unsanitary. A faint memory recalls blood ministration, involving the transfusion of unknown blood, not long after the nightmare began. Not typical clothing of Yarnell, pretty much the same. So, apparently our character has also lost his memory a little bit. Something else you'll know, which we just, I want to mention this kind of early on and just as a concept to keep in mind. The information on all of these weapons and stuff like that, it's very one-sided. It's a very one-sided conversation. Dramatic opening. Now, we're encountering just people. Just appear to be normal people, but with a big bit of a beastly appearance.
This time finished.
Because apparently on Nights of the Hunt, something evil awakens within people. Up, 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 up. Come on, you can do it.
Uh-oh.
You can do it. I wasn't muted, you're muted.
I just asked you if it was muted or not.
Okay. Sorry about that again.
It doesn't seem to be localized. Mine just went down too.
Yeah, set up. I don't know if it's set up, if it's our internet provider having technical difficulties or whatever hell's happening somewhere else. This link now transport you back to the Hunter's Brain. Upon death, you will awaken at this link.
Oh, you must be a hunter. And not one from around here either. I'm Gilbert, a fellow outsider. You must have had a fine time of it. Yarnum has a special way of treating guests. Well, I don't think I could stand if I wanted to, but I'm willing to help if there's anything that can be done. This town is cursed. Whatever your reasons might be, you should plan a swift exit. Whatever can be gained from this place, it will do more harm than good.
So we have our first sane person in this game. Fellow outsider like ourselves who's telling us just to leave, just to get out as we can.
Pale blood, you say? Never heard of it. But if it's blood you're interested in, you should try the Healing Church. The church controls all knowledge on blood ministration and all varieties of blood. Across the valley to the east of Yarnum lies the town of the Healing Church, known as the Cathedral Ward. And deep within Cathedral Ward is the old Grand Cathedral, the birthplace of the Healing Church's special blood. Or so they say. Yarnumites don't share much with outsiders. Normally, they wouldn't let you near the place, but the hunt is on tonight. This might be your chance. Across the valley to the east, deep within, like I haven't heard of Pale Blood.
So he's suggesting that we go to the Healing Church if we want any answers on blood. And then we got the most important tool in the game, Pebbles. Oh, internet, you're making this hard to play this game.
Bit modifier there.
This town's finished.
And now we unlock our first shortcut. There it goes. Now, most of us been fighting humans, fought a beast, but then there's this guy kind of stuck off in the corner right here.
His name is Tucker.
His name is apparently Tucker. He's a kind of a chunky boy. Not all that easy. Or he's either hit. He does not take a lot of damage. Ow. Well, that's two. And I did die to that very first wolf, but even though lag killed me, but it's okay. Whatever. What the F? Real quick. Oh, good. The big guy doesn't have it. Just all these little assholes.
Give me my stuff.
Now, I'm not going to go back and fight him just because he's not worth it at all. Like, in the slightest, not worth it. But there was one thing I did want to show. So we go back to the sick room. Luckily, that beast is not there for unexplicable reasons. But the door's closed now.
Are you out on the hunt? Then I'm very sorry, but I cannot open this door. I am Yosefka. The patients here in my clinic must not be exposed to infection. I know that you hunt for us, for our town, but I'm sorry. Please. This is all that I can do. Now, go. And good hunting. Are you still in need of something? But I have nothing more to offer. Please, try to understand my position. I can only pray for a fruitful hunt.
So, that was Yosefka. Let's see if I can kind of talk to her, but you can kind of see her right around here. You can kind of make out her face. And so that's two people we met that are at least willing to talk to us. And she gave us something very interesting. Blood vial. Blood vial acquired from Yosefka's clinic. This refined blood, highly invigorating, restored a large amount of HP. The product of a slow and carefully refined process, this rare blood vial appears to be a clinic original. So, when they mean blood is everything, apparently this is their own blood is used to heal. But hers is a lot more refined, a lot more potent through apparently medical technology. But yeah, Yosefka's, she's pretty nice. Alright. And pretty much if you see like a little lantern right here, that's someone you can talk to, so let's see what they have to say.
Are you that outsider? Well, sorry, but I don't want anything to do with you. Trot along, will ya?
Okay, well, he wasn't exactly the most pleasant human.
Are you that out? Well, sorry, but I don't trot along.
So he's just pretty much telling me to piss off. And here's another one right here. Let's see what they have to say.
Lads, you'll come on. You'd open that door on the night of the hunt. Away with you. Now.
Alright, he's even more rude.
I'm
So
seeing a.
Oh, go ahead.
I said I'm seeing a pattern.
So we've met two people who are actually at least willing to hear us out, and two more who just pretty much told us to piss off. And now we have one of those beasts that I fought earlier on fire, with a bunch of other people around. So, but with that, in my opinion, it does still show that these humans do still have a loose sense of the things that have fully turned into beast, and those that haven't, but they do still see us as monsters. That is why they are actively trying to kill us, shoot us, that is pitchforks. And they are still at least conscious enough to be able to use a gun. So they're not completely. I do not believe I heard Collision say he wanted a I did not hear that, but I mean, he still has some time.
I prefer throwing torches. But I prefer throwing torches.
Well, me too, but...
Unfortunately, I cannot throw torches in this game.
Well, get good.
Oh, will I ever live down eating torches?
You will not. Oh, it was a request. It was just too shy to say out loud.
That's like I'll never live down running up and going, whoa.
So, there's somebody pounding on that door. Heavily pounding on that door.
Yeah, he is.
That.
That.
Get some more blood vials. Now we have this big old boy.
Thick. Thick.
He fell over. One day I'm going to get a visceral attack. And show you the magic that is that. So, if you want a lore explanation on why this guy's like this, I have none. I don't know. I have no idea why he's so big. I can't tell you.
He ate all of his species.
And this, I feel like I feel the worst about these creatures out here. It's like they try. They try so hard. But we did hear some laughter up there. So let's go check that out. Maybe they have some useful.
I don't reckon you're from round here. Well, stuck outside on a night of the hunt. Oh, you poor, poor thing.
So yeah, that was ruder. Two of them just told us to get lost. They're just mocking us now. So
Just the one.
So, we have two beasts over there, not dealing with them right now. It's coming, but just not at the moment. But, I know I am going to be needing relatively soon, the weapon I'm going to be using. Because I am getting fairly. So if y'all want to just go ahead and pick what weapon I should use. That way we can kind of keep track for whenever I get to that point. Now these creatures are a bit further gone. More of the beasthood in them has taken over. Guess that also works. Do that. Nope, he's still there. Okay. There we go. First this one. Good job.
I thought I did good. Yay!
With these gigantic rats.
Cornbread not included.
There we go. Now, one of the standard articles of hunter attire fashioned at the workshop. A fine piece of hunter attire that provides stable defense to anyone facing Yarn's beastly threat. Recognizable by its weathered feathers, this cap is fashioned after one of the old hunters. This one is accompanied by a short cape to wipe away blood, and allows one to stalk beasts unannounced by cover of night. Same thing as the coat, same thing as the coat and gloves. Now, I look like a proper hunter.
Proper.
Yeah, not one of them improper hunters. Right. So, kind of my theory on why these rats are as large as they are. It's something about the beast blood greatly enhancing physical strength, size, and vitality. So in normal creatures, that is also going to be an increase in size. Now, once again, why certain humans are ginormous and some are not, once again, have no real good answer for that. I need shit. I need to get program for that. Whoopsies. Don't worry, I am going to go back and read what all the blood does. Oh, yeah, that hurt. I am apparently really bad at platforms today. Now, what happened to these poor creatures? I think they just pretty much got yeeted down a hole, and that was it.
Almost free there.
Alright, and with that, Skull of a Madman, touched by the wisdom of the Great Ones, used to gain insight. Making contact with Eldritch wisdom is a blessing, for even if it drives one mad, it allows one to serve a grander purpose for posterity. Okay, what is the verdict on the weapon? Well, I got my first insight.
Heavy gauntlet.
Okay. Okay.
Collision is the tiebreaker.
Well, I'm not sure what logo, because I know said Kirk Hammer.
There's a hammer.
Well, I know Vish gave me his all-string because he wasn't going to be able to join us. So,
What did Lotus? I don't see.
It's a sort of hammer. It's one of its modes is a longsword. I guess you could say longsword, and then it can also transform into a hammer.
I'm easy. Dealer's choice.
Pretty sure he's gonna stick with that song.
is kind of a soft. It can also transform into a hammer. I'll be reaching out. Yeah!
Yep, out of that. Slow down.
So from the looks of it, you have one vote for each.
So,
Collision won't make a decision.
well, Collision, pick between those three. So that's the point of this stream, is y'all get to tell me stuff. So,
Pulse rifle.
huh?
Definitely pulse rifle. And if not that, Saw Cleaver is fine with me.
So by pulse
Most
rifle, I'm assuming you mean rifle spear?
No, that's their,
No, he likes the saw cleaver.
yeah, the little elbow thing there.
Oh. Honestly, if Lobo decides to hop back in, because I gotta get my blood echoes anyway, so
Yeah.
I have to go back there, get back to a lantern, then go back to the dream, and then I can actually do it.
Still have some time.
Yeah, we still have a little bit of time, so.
Speaking of ridiculous and pulse rifles, you know my current obsession.
Yes.
People are successfully modding the game, and people, you like if they're the host, you have to play their mods.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Imagine my surprise. I'm like, okay, this wave is over with, and then it spawned 2 more times.
That trip doesn't
You're a hunter, aren't you? Then, well, do you know of any safe places? I've heard I have. Shutting up indoors isn't always enough. Well, if you once had got off your arse, it wouldn't be in this mess.
Huh?
You're obligated to help me, you hear? So what'll it be? Are you going to tell me you're not? Yeah, I should have known. You're good for nothing. No respect for the elderly is what that is. That little good you outsiders do. Go on, admit it. You think we're all mad, don't you? Well, go and stop it. I know all your tricks.
So that very kind, happy old lady is looking for a place to hide. Because, as she says, sometimes hiding indoors isn't always enough.
Quick, throw a blanket on her.
Yay! So
Got
sometimes you
buffed.
get lucky and they're just lying on the ground for you.
So, a hunter, are you? And an outsider? What a mess you've been caught up in. And tonight of all nights. Here, to welcome the new hunter. Prepare yourself for the worst. There are no humans left. They're all flesh-hungry beasts now. Still lingering about. What's wrong? A hunter unnerved by a few beasts. No matter. Without fear in our hearts, we're little different from the beasts themselves. What are you still doing here? Enough trembling in your boots. A hunter must hunt.
So, that's Eileen. Apparently a fellow hunter. In some very unique attire. And she's willing to help. Gave us an item. Gave us the most important thing, an emote. Now let's see if I can do this without botching it up. Don't worry, I did. Do not fear, good sir. Alright, let's roll back, since apparently I am going to be walking outside for this one. Sound very angry behind me.
I wouldn't be pleased either.
Oh, you want it?
No.
Oh, it's just how he fell. I was like, did I miss a dog? So up here, pick this up. And another note. When the hunt began, the healing church left us, blocking the great bridge to Cathedral Ward, as old Yarn burned to the ground that moonlit night. So apparently there was another Yarn that apparently got torched. Shortcut.
It's a shortcut.
And now back to the Hunter's Spring Bloodborne echoes this time. And we see she's awake now. Which she does not awake until you get your first insight. Which insight is pretty much the game's representing you seeing the world for what it really is. And we got some stuff. Molotov cocktails. Pretty sure everyone knows what a Molotov cocktail does.
I don't. It sounds delicious.
Oh, it is something that explodes in raging flames when thrown against an object. One of the oldest hunter tools available in the workshop. Since the tragedy that struck Old Yarnum, fire has become a staple in beast hunting, and is thought to cleanse impurity. Certain types of beasts have an abnormal fear of the flame.
Excellent.
An oil urn. When this urn hits its mark, the target is drenched in oil and made extremely flammable. Fire is commonplace on the hunt, and oil urns. Did you say that word?
What word?
That word.
Couldn't see it. Word.
That word.
Accentuate?
Yeah, that one. Its effects. Sometimes when hunters burn beasts, they appear intoxicated by the euphoria of purification. Pungent blood cocktail. Mature blood cocktail that releases a pungent odor when thrown that attracts bloodthirsty beasts. A precious tool in sadly short supply. In Yarnum, they produce more blood than alcohol, as the former is more intoxicating. Throwing knife with a finely serrated edge, blade. One of the old hunter's Henrik's favorite weapons. Does not cause a great deal of damage to beasts, but with deft use can distract attackers and keep them at bay. The pebble. Small pebbles found throughout Yarnum can be thrown at foes. Quite thrilling.
The pebble.
Bold hunter's mark. Dangling upside down rune etched in the mind of a hunter. The image upon this parchment allows one to envision the rune with clarity. Allows a hunter to awaken again without losing blood echoes. A trick that seems nearly too good to be true. Cold blood tube. Droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes. Used to gain blood echoes. Hunters sustained by the drain gain strength from blood echoes. They imbibe the blood with thoughts of reverence, indeed gratitude for their victims. Same thing. A thick droplet of cold blood containing blood echoes, used to gain a larger amount of blood echoes. A strong will produces thick blood, doubtless the product of obsession, a potent source of human strength. Bloodstone Shard. A solid shard that forms in cold blood. After death, a substance in the blood hardens, and that which does not crystallize is called a bloodstone. At the workshop, these bloodstones are embedded in weapons to fortify them. So we'll just pop all our cold blood.
Yeah.
So, some of those descriptions, seems like the hunters are thankful for the hunt because it gives them greater power. And also the workshop is now officially open. And we see this man.
Aha. You must be the new hunter. Welcome to the hunter's dream. This will be your home for now. I am...
So when do you become a werewolf?
Gammon. Friend to you hunters. You're sure to be in a fine haze about now, but don't think too hard about all of this. Just go out and kill a few beasts. It's for your own good. You know, it's just what hunters do. You'll get used to it.
So, one of the things, like, I know some people kind of complain about the voice acting, and this as kind of but it's, in my opinion, it's perfect because of that dialogue right there. I won't go too much into it right now, but there was a kind of a reason for it. To escape this dreadful hunter's dream, halt the source of the spreading scourge of beasts. lest the night carry on forever. And these messengers are ducked off into this little corner, like almost like they don't want to be found.
Hello, good hunter. I am a doll, here in this dream to look after you. Honorable hunter, pursue the echoes of blood, and I will channel them into your strength. You will hunt beasts, and I will be here for you, to embolden your sickly spirit. Did you speak with Gehrman? He was a hunter long, long ago, but now serves only to advise them. He is obscure, unseen in the dreaming world. Still, he stays here, in this dream. Such is his purpose.
So that is twice now. We've been told to pretty much
Very well.
gather blood.
Let the echoes become your strength. Let me stand close. Now shut your eyes.
So we'll bump this up to 15. How far can I go with that? I can also bring that up to 15. That's actually looks pretty good for right now. So game mechanic wise, the doll
Farewell,
is
good
what
hunter.
you use to level up.
May you find your worth in the waking world.
And now we can also fortify our weapons using bloodstones. Now, let's go see what all that yelling was about when we first climbed up that ladder, going up to our first real lantern. That's a much better looking health pool. A lot better looking damage.
Yeah.
Well, you can't get too contact because this game is still punish you.
You like it.
I do. That's why I love this game so much. Why I keep playing this game. Normally I would just run past them, but I do kind of need a few more blood echoes. Just because my activate. Now, this, you can summon other hunters to assist you in fights. I'm going to try not to use these as much as I can. But I make no promises that I'm going to always do that. Which that one I could go and summon a hunter called Father Gascoigne. So wait for these guys to come down. Do a bit of a wallop on them. Not gonna lie, I was so distracted just watching them just stare. Like, what are y'all doing? They're supposed to be coming after me. But they're like, nah.
Bam, I did a thing.
Huh? You did a thing?
Yeah.
Good thing, a bad thing?
I just modded my game.
Alright. Let's see if I can just get one of these beasts. Because they are eligible.
Oh, well.
So, there we go. So, the person that we kind of really first talked to, the one that's sick, this is the way to the Cathedral Ward. So we just gotta go, get past these creatures, and hopefully we get virgins. And then this creature shows up.
These things are pretty solid.
So, that was Cleric Beast. That came from inside the Cathedral Ward. So first, light this lamp. But unfortunately, there's no way inside Cathedral Ward at this moment, because the gate is still closed, and the door is very much locked. So, let's go find out what's going on. I also got a very interesting item, a sword hunter.
Is that finished?
Yes, I see. But the Great Bridge is the only way to the Cathedral Ward. And during the hunt, the bridge is closed. You could try the Aqueduct. There's a rather, how shall I put it, colourful area south of the Great Bridge. From there, an aqueduct leads to the Cathedral Ward. Not a place you'd normally want to visit, but I don't imagine you have much of a choice, do you?
So, he's still being helpful. My headcanon, I like to imagine that, you know, we told him, hey, the bridge is still closed. He's like, well, here's another way to get to where you need to go. Because my god, if I miss that timing, I get punished. I get punished so hard for it. Here's another shortcut that, not gonna lie, I forgot I hadn't opened yet. So that area we were in with Halloween is the Aqueducts that he was talking about, which we kind of dipped in there for a little bit, but mainly I just do it just to kind of rush insight, so I can go ahead and start using the doll.
That's super cool. They have aqueducts. So that's super cool. They have aqueducts?
Yes. Yeah, you know, like that place that I was running around with?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are the Aqueducts. You know, the ones with the rats and everything?
Brian would be proud.
Yes. That kind old lady's still there, but we still have not found a safe place for her. Those guys are getting a bit easier.
The life of Brian.
normally these guys can't shoot worth a damn. This time they're like, oh, we got you.
They've been out of the range, huh, buddy?
Who was that? I can't make it out your name. I'm sorry. Thank you for the follow.
Hey, welcome. Thank you.
Alright. Locked, cocked, killing crows. Another little shiny down here. You know that moment where you forget to do something? When you're trying to do like a war run, and you want to try to like collect everything you really can, and let the audience really enjoy everything about this.
I thought we were talking about my life in general.
We are. Like how we just always need to know your most intimate and love details.
I'm wearing socks inside.
Why am I friends with you? Gosh.
I ask myself the same thing all the time. I have friends. What happened?
No, Jim. This is not my first playthrough, but I've only beaten it once. And that was with Threat of Cain. So I did let chat decide what weapon I was going to use, and it was a 3-way tie, but the winner was Saw Cleaver. But I've never done strength in this game. I did very big damage. And I'm not great at this game. Just let you know. In fact, I've only died 3 times. Still kind of impressed myself. And here we got the Salt Spear. I think our first actual weapon we found out in the world. I guess I also could do that.
You could.
Let y'all also pick what my secondary is going to be.
Gotta be a torch.
You and this torch.
I mean, the DM let Fee die, so.
Oof. Oof. That's pure bitterness. I think I was there for that. I think I died trying to save her. Skills, baby, skills. I was so impressed with my shifter too. Oh no!
Another follow. Let me actually maximize this, but I missed it. I'm so sorry.
I'm saying the screen's too small for me to see.
I didn't even hear it.
I did. It dinged.
Okay, guys, we can to change up that part. So
yes. And then the big one. Well, thank you so much.
Hang in there, buddy.
It's okay.
I believe you.
The pig died. Everything's fine, guys. Tank pig is dead.
It was super cereal.
Alright. Just want to open up this shortcut real quick. And as the great Blood God Zeus says, best ladders in the game. That's so much. It brings me no end of satisfaction.
No end at all.
Let's click this. Just get free loot, essentially. Being a few of my friends that kind of rotate stream days. In fact, pretty soon we're going to get off of those foods and the fact and then we're actually going to kind of discuss that. But, Law, do you have our social media info that you can get out real quick?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I'm trying to remember how to get where I actually want it to go. Oh damn.
Left foot first, then your right foot down.
Oh, I'll pass it up. But Jim, the thing I am going to be doing on the stream, kind of once it opens up a little bit more, I am going to be letting stream choose what bosses I fight when. This one I was just like doing cleric beast first because I knew we did have a running for me to run Kirk Hammer on here, so I wanted to at least have that option open. But yeah, pretty much after this, I'm going to kind of open it up a little bit more and let the stream decide who I'm fighting. Alright, and now we have another lamp.
Who are you? I don't know your voice, but I know that smell. Are you a hunter? Can you please go look for my mum? She never came back from the hunt, and she went to find him, but now she's gone too. I'm all alone and scared.
So we're given a choice, to find the girl's mother or refuse. I'm still a very nice, kind-hearted soul, so...
Really?
I was never.
Oh, thank you. My mum wears a red jeweled brooch. It's so big and beautiful. You won't miss it. Oh, I mustn't forget. If you find my mum, give her this music box. It plays one of Daddy's favourite songs. And when Daddy forgets us, we play it for him so he remembers. Mum's so silly running off without it.
So, we got another item. Tiny music box. A small music box received from a young Yarn girl plays a song shared by her mother and father. Inside the lid is a small scrap of paper, perhaps an old message. Two names can be made out, however faintly. Vola and Gascoigne. And if you remember, no, she's not creepy, disemboweled. I mean, it's a little disemboweled. Well, I mean, she's talking through a window. I mean, my voice would be a little creepy too if I talked through a window.
And Kurt.
So, but the name on there, one of the names was Gascoigne. And if I go back to where I could have summoned him, I can't anymore. So, but now that I have this shortcut unlocked, unfortunately, Jim, I do not know who that is. But I'm going to take it as a compliment. Thanks. But with that shortcut unlocked, creepy disembodied girl voice spoken to, tiny music box acquired, cleric beast destroyed. That is going to be it. I know this one it was shorter than I would like it. I know next time I play I will be going longer and making more story progress. Because the plan is for me to go and completely finish Bloodborne before the end of October. For my nice spooky game. One game I can actually beat and play, because normally I don't do scary games at all. I will have nightmares for like months and months and months.
Holy shit.
Okay. That can be done.
Did you rub my lap? Did you bring me here? That can be done.
So, thank you everyone for tuning in. It was fun. Worst case scenario, next Monday I will be picking this back up. I'm not going to be grinding off stream or anything like that. I'll be in the same exact spot whenever we get back. But for sure, follow our social medias to know for sure. I believe one of my friends, Blood Raven, is going to be streaming tomorrow. So yeah, everyone go, stay tuned for that. And until then, we made it through Monday. And y'all enjoy the rest of y'all's evening. Thank y'all and have a good night.
Toodles.